I have a bit of a problem. And it's not whatever growth is on my face right now, or that my tree has a bit of a kink in it. I'm sure some of you men out there can relate. Not me. I need to go move my plant. I was about to go inside, but there's a bunny right there. You can barely see it because it's so humid outside. The camera immediately fogged up, but look at him. Look at him, little dude. It's starting to grow out at an angle to go around and get more sun. I'm gonna move it. There, hopefully that should help it grow straight forward. And hopefully my audio isn't terrible because I don't have the mics. It's just every time I want to use this camera, the one that's slightly nicer, I have to have way too much to put into it. Instead of just my phone that I can pull up and just start recording real easy, like, I have to have a microphone in it. I have to have batteries charged and ready to go. I have to have an SD card. Things that my phone does perfectly adequately. But to have all those things ready is a pain in the butt. Microphones are spread out everywhere, and I'm lucky to find the batteries all in one room. Most of the time, they're, oh, God knows. Is it in here? No. Nope. 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 No. Oh, there it is. Keeping the 3 different microphones charged constantly and then clipped on or holding it always is a bit of a pain in the butt, so I'm trying to use this microphone to see if it works. If it doesn't, if the audio sounds terrible and it doesn't work, then that seems like a you problem. It's a bit bouncy when you move the camera at all, but as long as I keep it perfectly still, I can't even do it for the 2 seconds saying that. I'm gonna give it a shot, but we'll see. My goal is to use this camera more often and make it as user-friendly and accessible as possible, so that involves the battery. And if I'm going to use it more often, I need a permanent spot where I can easily plug them in and not throw them away in a cabinet where I have to remember to charge them every time I pull this out, and then I have to wait an hour just for one battery, and then it dies in freaking 5. I think I have a solution to make it just slightly, incrementally easier to get this going. I've had this pegboard for several months now that I haven't attached anywhere because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted it, and it's gonna be a pretty permanent solution, and I permanently don't like making solutions. It has lots of neat little attachments that go on, making my life a lot easier, like these buckets that could easily fit something like batteries. It doesn't have something for the camera to easily set on that's safe, but I can fix that. I just need to finally decide where I'm gonna mount this sucker. My original idea was to have it somewhere near the computer, so whatever I end up putting in this stuff, I could just easily grab and go. But with the whole standing feature that I was talking about yesterday, yeah, that makes a permanent solution quite impractical. Thank you. Not really. I can't leave it up here and then still reach it when I'm sitting down all the way. 1 second. Down here. Same goes for a sidewall and any other wall desk configuration in the room. The idea to use it in my closet came up, but then what's the point of having the board? I'm never gonna use it. Might as well just put whatever generic shelves in here. Because I have a specific task in mind for this now, other than, oh, I want one of those, I could put something in it, eventually, maybe. I now have parameters to help me decide what to do with it. Turns out batteries and electronics in general need power to work, so that limits my options to this one by the door, one by the window, which is the one I usually use and just put it on the windowsill, one underneath my desk, which is already way overworked, and one behind the shelves. If the choice wasn't already obvious, I'm gonna have to use the one by the door. Although the window would have a nice view. Best part is, because I have to put it next to an outlet, I get to drill right into a piece of wood and only have to use 3 anchors. First problem though, pretend this is a camera. How do I put this on here with the limited attachments that I have? I have 3 purpose-built attachments that came with it. A simple holder, a chip clip, and a box. The box fits the camera no problem, but I have 2 issues. One, this is a camera without a giant bulky mic attached to it, which I don't know if I'm gonna use this long term, but if I am, I want it to be attached at all times so I can just pick it up and go. Also, the act of putting it in and out of the container a bunch of times, I'm a bit worried that it'll bust up the screen or something, and I'd rather just gently set it down. Oh, and I guess if it wasn't obvious enough, the arms or the chip clip isn't gonna really cut it. The solution is, once again, simple. I have to purpose build something. That's only gonna take a few. Not really talked about it all that much because we haven't worked on it all that much since I started vlogging 60 days ago now. We've been working on our closet, which means we have a bunch of stuff left over when we took it all out. Your piece of shit. There it is, all the baseboard I'd ever need for a stupid project like this. And all the other wood that was still haven't touched in months for the other stupid project. I just have one slight little issue. I have to do all this in a garage in Florida and the humidity is 444%. Remember how I was outside for a minute to move my tree and the camera fogged up instantly? Yeah, it's because it is so incredibly humid. Coming outside is like, is it worth digging through all this crap, pulling it out, hammering out the nails, cleaning all the caulk off of it, measuring it, cutting it, attaching it? Put it on the wrong side. I wanted this side facing up. Oh man. Probably not. Yeah, just probably not. Man, it is miserably hot out here, but I have it attached. It is attached. My only issue is that I probably should have a bracket up higher up so it has more support, because this over time, probably not gonna do great. I put longer screws in it, but not a great piece of wood, and yeah, who cares? If the camera falls off, Claire will only be really mad at me, and I'll have a broken camera. I'm sure it'll be fine. Getting this thing put together isn't that much work. I'm really not doing that much. I probably am doubling the amount of time it's taking me to do this, however, because of all the camera shots and how many times I have to move it back and forth. But it does feel good to get one of the things checked off my list that I've had on for a while, and use up material I really didn't have any plans for. That baseboard was most certainly gonna go in the garbage. Most of it still is going to, but hey. All right, I lost a toddler's body weight worth of water, so I'm gonna go shower. Who's ready to watch over 40 minutes of footage melt away into 3? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm editing the video if that wasn't obvious. It's actually early enough in the day where it's still today. Look at me be productive. Really, it's early enough for me to still talk about it in today's vlog, while vlogging. Unprecedented. Now to reward myself, I get to wake up early and play the open beta of Age of Mythology, a game that I've played for the last 23 years. You know, I've earned this, right? I've earned time to go play video games because I've got so much work on my other channel done. You know, the one that actually is important, not this one. I've earned this. I am most certainly gonna beat myself up over this one.